Someone stabbed in the back is used as a symbol for revenge because it shows what happens when that person is betrayed. It is basically what happened at the beginning of the story. Claudius backstabbed King Hamlet. Not literally, but he did poison his own brother. This is what causes Hamlet to go on a revenge spree because his own uncle killed his father. A bottle of poison is a direct representation of revenge from Hamlet because it was what was used to kill the king. Claudius used a type of poison to murder his own brother, King Hamlet, and after young Hamlet found out about it, he grew angry and went on a quest for revenge against his uncle. At the end of the play, Hamlet himself uses poison to kill his uncle Claudius, making his death seem ironic. A ghost is another direct symbol of revenge in Hamlet, because the ghost is what sets Hamlet on his path of vengeance. After King Hamlet is killed, the ghost of that king goes to Hamlet to tell him the news about his father dying. He then reveals that Claudius is the killer. So, Hamlet sets out to kill Claudius, although he does promise the ghost that he will not lay a hand on his mother Gertrude, because he wants heaven to decide her fate. Later in the play, the ghost reminds Hamlet of what his goal is, and he also reminds him that he should not confront Gertrude about the murder. Though voodoo dolls do not appear in the play Hamlet, they are still great symbols of revenge. Voodoo dolls were originally created to inflict pain or wish death on others as a form of vengeance. Hamlet does this by staging a play that reenacts King Hamlet's death, to prove that the ghost was right. During the death scene in the play, Claudius is visibly horrified, and that shows his guilt to Hamlet. He then has to get up because he is clearly upset. The play of Sweeney Todd symbolizes the theme of revenge in Hamlet in the way that both plays are very similar. It starts with Sweeney Todd returning home to discover that his wife is dead and his daughter has been seemingly imprisoned by the man who imprisoned him, Judge Turpin. As revenge, he sets out on a quest to kill the judge, and murders anyone in his path that gets in his way. This is similar to Hamlet, because Hamlet returns home to find out that his father is dead, and his mother has been taken by his uncle Claudius. So he sets out on a path of vengeance, and killing anyone in his way. The concept of Nemesis plays a major part in the play Hamlet, because Nemesis was the Greek goddess of revenge. Since the entire play centers around vengeance, it would only make sense that Nemesis would play a major symbol in it. The character of Nemesis also symbolizes balance and poetic justice. When Hamlet finally kills Claudius, he feels a sense of justice, since he avenged his father. A bloody crown represents revenge in Hamlet because it symbolizes Claudius' treachery to his brother, King Hamlet. The entire reason why Claudius killed King Hamlet was just so that he could seize the throne of Denmark. This is what sets the ball rolling, so to speak, and Hamlet soon goes after his uncle in a quest for revenge. Once he finally kills his uncle, he says that he hopes that when Fortinbras takes over Denmark, he becomes king. After that, he dies. Both of Bartholomew Roberts' flags represent revenge in Hamlet, in a way. The first one was more indirect, in that it showed a figure and a skeleton holding an hourglass together. This could represent the fact that Hamlet died at the end of the play, where after he kills Claudius, he slowly dies from the wound he received from a fencing duel with Laertes. As he dies, he comments on how he hopes that Fortinbras takes over Denmark. and afterwards he dies, accepting his fate. This could be shown as a representation in the flag, where it shows the figure accepting death. Roberts' second flag does a better depiction of revenge, where it shows a figure standing on top of two skulls with the abbreviations ABH and AMH under them. This is because in the late 1720s, Roberts was attacked by pirate hunter ships sent from the island of Barbados. He lost many men and sustained a lot of damage onto his ship, whereas he had to flee. While fleeing, he was pursued by pirate hunter ships from the island of Martina Keyton. After the bloody battle, Roberts swore revenge against both islands, thus creating the flags, and the abbreviations stand for a Barbadian's head and a Martina Keyton's head, symbolizing his vengeance. The double-edged sword is a symbol of revenge in the way that it shows what happens when someone does a bad deed, as it can come back later in time to haunt them. This affects Claudius, Hamlet, and Laertes. It affects Claudius because he killed King Hamlet, and later in the play, Hamlet shows up to give him grief both times, once during the reenactment play, and once at the end when he kills his uncle. It affects Laertes in a bit of a literal way, because the poison blade that he used to hurt Hamlet picks it up and then kills Laertes just before Hamlet dies. An unbalanced scale represents revenge in Hamlet in the way that it shows that Hamlet's actions have consequences. Early on in the story, Hamlet accidentally kills Polonius. This sets his son, Laertes, on his own quest for revenge against Hamlet. Then, at the end of the story, Laertes is killed by Hamlet, while Hamlet is mortally wounded. And then Claudius accidentally poisons his wife Gertrude, which causes Hamlet to become enraged and forces Claudius to drink the poison himself, killing him. Finally, after succumbing to his wounds, Hamlet dies, seemingly bringing the play to balance. Ice cream is a good representation for revenge because of the two old sayings, revenge is sweet, and revenge is a dish best served cold. This happens in Hamlet, when Hamlet decides to prolong Claudius' suffering before eventually killing him. This is through the play that he reenacted, and then at the end he finally makes Claudius suffer enough to kill him, thus waiting a long time for the murder. The saying of revenge is sweet becomes a saying of irony for the play, because after Hamlet kills Claudius, he then dies, thus making his revenge more bitter than sweet for him. Another work of fiction that relates to Hamlet is V for Vendetta. The protagonist, V, was subjugated to horrible experiments done by cruel people, and after a fire in the experiment lab, he escaped but was badly injured. Donning the Guy Fawkes mask, he used a revolution as an outward agenda, but on the inside he sought revenge against the people who experimented on him, who had become part of the government that he was trying to overthrow. This is similar to Hamlet because Hamlet had wrongdoing happen to him, and after that he set on a bloody warpath to Claudius, killing anyone who stood in his way. And along the way he destroyed the throne of Denmark because Claudius became king after killing his brother King Hamlet. The Punisher is also a character who symbolizes revenge because, like Hamlet, he lost his family to a vile person. Soon after, he donned the skull and loaded his guns and went on a bloody path of vengeance to kill the man responsible for his family's murder. This is similar to Hamlet because, like the Punisher, Hamlet had his family murdered by his own uncle Claudius, and decides to go on a path of vengeance, cutting down anyone in his way and not caring who he hurts. Another story about revenge that is similar to Hamlet is The Count of Monte Cristo. In it, the protagonist, Edmond Dantes, is convicted of a crime that he did not commit. Soon after, he escapes prison, and after adopting the persona of the Count of Monte Cristo, he seeks vengeance against the people who wronged him and convicted him of the false crime. This is similar to Hamlet, where Hamlet returns to Denmark to find that his father has been murdered, and he sets out to murder Claudius, who he deems responsible for the murder. On a side note, this is also similar to Sweeney Todd, where in both stories, a man is convicted of a crime that he did not commit, and once he escapes prison, he seeks vengeance against the person or people who wronged him.